Unit 52, The Historical Development of the United States of America, from Abraham Lincoln to Franklin Delano Roosevelt. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln stood on a battlefield scarred by the recent horrors of war, addressing a fractured nation. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. These words were not merely a reflection, they were a prophecy, signaling profound changes to come for the United States, changes that would shape not only America, but the world itself. Introduction. This script explores the historical development of the United States from the leadership of Abraham Lincoln through to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, an era defined by struggle, transformation, and rebirth. We will see how America evolved politically, economically, technologically, and socially, emerging from the devastation of civil conflict into global prominence. Section 1, Post-Civil War America Visual Suggestion. After the Civil War, the United States faced a daunting challenge: reunification. Economically, the nation transformed dramatically. Railroads expanded, linking markets and people, fueling rapid industrialization. Figures known as robber barons, like John D. Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie, built economic empires, reshaping America into an industrial powerhouse. Machines replaced manual labor, revolutionizing production methods and making goods affordable to the wider population. Section 2, Technological Revolution. Technologically, innovation thrived. The typewriter in 1867, the telephone by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876, Thomas Edison's phonograph in 1877, and Henry Ford's gasoline automobile in 1885 symbolized the spirit of American ingenuity. These inventions weren't just gadgets, they revolutionized communication, transportation, and manufacturing, propelling the United States into the modern age. Section 3, Social Shifts and Immigration. Socially, America was reshaped by immigration. Waves of people from Europe and Asia flooded in, attracted by the promise of economic opportunity. This melting pot culture enriched American society, yet also brought challenges like overcrowding, poverty, and cultural tensions. The frontier expanded westward, profoundly impacting Native Americans, whose lives were irrevocably altered as their lands were overtaken by settlers. Section 4, Political Developments. Politically, the United States emerged as an imperial power following the Spanish-American War of 1898, expanding influence in the Caribbean and Pacific. Presidents like Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson shaped the progressive era, focusing on reforms to improve working conditions, curb corruption, and introduce social changes, including women's suffrage. Section 5, the First World War and Aftermath. World War I forced America onto the global stage. Initially neutral, the United States entered the conflict in 1917, decisively tipping the balance in favor of the Allies. While victory enhanced America's international status, the peace proved fragile. Domestically, the Roaring Twenties brought prosperity and prohibition, but ended abruptly with the 1929 stock market crash, plunging the country into unprecedented economic despair. Section 6, Roosevelt and the New Deal. Franklin Delano Roosevelt entered office amidst the worst economic crisis in American history. His New Deal, a series of programs, public work projects, and financial reforms, reinvigorated the economy. Agencies like the Agricultural Adjustment Administration and Civilian Conservation Corps not only provided relief and jobs, but fundamentally altered the relationship between the federal government and the American people. Section 7, Prelude to World War II. As the 1930s progressed, international tensions grew. Dictatorships in Germany, Italy, and Japan threatened global stability. Roosevelt prepared America through rearmament, even as he sought to keep the nation out of war. However, after the devastating attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, neutrality vanished, and America fully engaged in World War II. Conclusion. From Lincoln's resolve through Roosevelt's steadfast leadership during global conflict, these years reshaped the United States into a world-leading nation. Lincoln once said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." Indeed, through innovation, reform, and resilience, Americans actively shaped their future during these crucial decades, proving that even in the darkest of times, societies can rebuild and emerge stronger, ready to face any storm ahead. The war effort spurred industrial production and technological advancement. Women and minorities entered the workforce in unprecedented numbers, challenging existing social norms. Victory in 1945 cemented America's position as a superpower. The nation played a leading role in establishing the United Nations, aiming to prevent future global conflicts. The Cold War soon emerged, pitting the United States against the Soviet Union. This ideological struggle shaped foreign policy and domestic life for decades.